God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "My beloved child, listen carefully to what my Spirit desires your heart to receive in this very moment, for each word is a breath of my love that crosses time and space to reach you in a unique and transforming way. I know every battle you have carried, every night you felt alone, every tear that fell silently in the dark, and I want you to know that you were never forsaken. I was with you, guiding every step, even when you could not see me. For I am the one who knows the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future, as I declared to you in Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11, and those plans have not been changed by your failures, by the opinions of others, or by the storms that tried to destroy you. Do you feel ready for a deep transformation in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes all it takes is a small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and blessings that I have already prepared for you. A single minute of sincere prayer can become the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms the inside and reflects on the outside. If you wish to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, both spiritual and material, click the link pinned in the first comment. There you will find a simple, loving practice that can help you connect more deeply with my divine presence in your life. I created you with a purpose that transcends your wounds, your doubts, and everything the world tried to convince you that you could not overcome. The path I prepared for you is one of new beginnings and victory, not of retreat. It is the manifestation of the promise I placed within your heart before you even existed. Even if the ground beneath you feels unstable, even if the voices around you bring confusion and the circumstances try to discourage you, my Spirit is with you, leading you step by step, guiding your feet, illuminating your way, so that one day, with your own eyes, you will see the full fulfillment of what I silently promised you from eternity, and you will understand that you were chosen not merely to survive, but to live. Do not look back at what is gone, for nothing that was taken from you escaped my control, my child. I saw when your heart bled, when the weight of loss almost made you stop. I know the effort it took to hold together what was falling apart before you. But I want you to know, nothing was in vain. I removed what was holding you back not out of cruelty, but out of love. I took away people, situations, and doors because I needed to make space for the new I have prepared. You saw what was falling, but I saw what was being born. While you tried to fix what was broken, I was rebuilding within you what the world could not sustain. Everything that stole your peace, I am now using as the foundation of your spiritual maturity. I am leading you into a season where you will no longer walk by sight, but by faith. Breathe deeply, surrender your worries to me, and allow my Spirit to renew what time tried to erase. There is a new season before you, and in it, you will bloom with a strength that comes from above. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. And the God of all grace, who called you to His eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little while, will Himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 10. Yes, my child, I myself will restore you. Your pain has not been ignored by me. I know every hidden wound, every place in your heart that still aches. Where no one else could touch, there I place my healing hands. I have collected your tears and turned them into seeds, and now they will blossom into hope. What seemed like the end was only the stage upon which I would display my power. Soon you will feel a lightness that does not come from this world. It is the weight of the past being lifted by me. I am rebuilding everything that seemed destroyed, and I will do it in such a way that you will know only my grace could make it happen. When my spirit touches something, even the impossible must bow. Comment: I believe God is restoring everything within me. My child, how many times have you tried to keep going when you had no strength left? How many times did you force a smile while your heart cried in silence? I saw every one of those moments. I heard the whisper of your midnight prayers, the confessions no one else could hear, the silent cry of your weary soul. I was there, holding you up when you thought you could no longer stand. I did not judge you for your falls, I embraced you in them. Every tear you shed was a silent conversation between your heart and mine. I do not ask you to understand everything. I only ask you to trust in the love that surrounds you even when nothing makes sense. What I am about to do in your life does not depend on explanations, but on your faith in me. The time of sorrow is coming to an end. The new begins when you let go of the past and open your hands to receive what comes from above. I am with you, and nothing will ever separate you from my love. Comment: even when I don't understand, I choose to trust in God. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. You have searched for answers in so many places, yet your heart remains unsettled. But I tell you this, the peace you seek is not found, it is received. True peace is not the absence of problems, it is the assurance of my presence in the midst of them. When everything seems to collapse around you, it is my spirit that holds you up. When anxiety tries to overwhelm you, it is my voice that calms you. The peace I give does not depend on circumstances because it comes from above. It is a holy rest, a sacred pause where your soul learns that it does not need to fight alone. Retreat into me, and you will see that even storms obey the voice of the one who dwells within you. In this rest, your heart begins to recover, your mind grows clear, and the burdens that seemed unbearable are lifted gradually. Trust in this divine rhythm of restoration, for every moment of quiet surrender is a seed planted for your spiritual growth and emotional renewal. The world may push urgency and demand answers, but I am orchestrating everything according to my perfect timing, and you are exactly where you need to be. Comment: I rest in God's peace, He carries my burdens. I am the God who works while you rest. Not a rest of escape, but a rest of trust. While you silence fear, I prepare the way. While you wait, I move the invisible pieces of your destiny. Do not be anxious if you do not yet see the results, for the process itself is part of the miracle. The miracle has already begun. I am transforming the unseen before the visible manifests. I am aligning everything so that when the time is perfect, you can look back and say, "Now I understand the reason for the wait." What appears as delay today is only the exact time I use to mature what comes from heaven. Your patience is not wasted, and your quiet endurance is not overlooked. Every act of faith, no matter how small, ripples across your life in ways you cannot yet perceive. I am orchestrating your steps, arranging circumstances, and preparing people to enter your life at precisely the right moment. You are not idle, you are being refined, shaped, and positioned. Each pause is a divine gesture of love, each moment of waiting is a preparation for blessing. Trust that I am actively working, even when the world feels still. Comment, I trust God's timing, His work in me is perfect. Even though you have walked through dark valleys, disappointments, and losses that seemed final, you were never alone. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23 verse 4. I was with you in the silent hours of the night when no one understood your pain. I was beside you when hope seemed lost. Each scar you bear is proof that you survived with my hand upon you. But my child, I do not want you merely to survive, I want you to live abundantly. You were created to flourish, not to wither. Where there was desert, I will make rivers flow. Where there was weeping, there will be laughter. Where there was loss, restitution will come. Your past does not define your future, for I am rewriting your story. Even in the midst of hardships, my Spirit is at work, transforming what is broken into vessels of strength, beauty, and testimony. Your endurance, your faith, and your courage in the darkness are the very elements I am using to prepare you for the fullness of life that I have promised. Comment, I live in God's abundance, He transforms my pain. Something new is being born inside you, even if you cannot perceive it yet. It is like a seed germinating silently in the dark, hidden from all eyes. This is what I am doing within you. I am preparing you for a time when your heart will be free from guilt, shame, and fear. A time when love will fuel your every action and faith will guide your every step. I am healing old wounds you have carried for years, some so deep you may have forgotten their names. I am breaking patterns, dissolving painful memories, erasing labels the world has imposed upon you. When everything seems the same on the outside, know that the invisible is shifting within you. True transformation always begins internally. Each quiet moment of surrender allows my Spirit to work deeply, aligning your inner world with the destiny I have designed for you. Trust the process, for the change that begins in silence will eventually manifest in every area of your life. Comment, I embrace God's transformation, He renews my heart. Behold, I make all things new. Revelation chapter 21 verse 5. I am writing a new story for your life, one that will not resemble anything you have lived before. The past has no authority over you. I now break every cycle of pain, lack, failure, and repetition. I shatter the invisible chains that held you to what no longer exists. You were not created to relive old wounds, but to experience new beginnings. Receive this new season with an open heart. I will guide you through portals of favor and place before you divine connections, people who will build you up, words that will heal, paths that will affirm your identity and your worth. Every step you take in this new chapter will be supported by my power. No former disappointment or failure can hinder the fresh start I am establishing. Walk with confidence, for the future I am shaping for you is filled with purpose, joy, and divine opportunity. Comment, I welcome God's new beginnings, He guides my path. Beloved child, you are my most precious treasure. I do not regret creating you, and I am not ashamed to call you mine. You are loved with an eternal love. I have seen the harsh words that hurt you, the dismissive looks, and the times you doubted your worth. But today I declare, you are chosen, necessary, and irreplaceable. Do not carry the weight of the past any longer, for what is coming is greater. I have already forgiven you, and now it is time for you to forgive yourself. Walk freely and confidently, for heaven stands on your side. When I release, nothing can imprison. When I touch, nothing can corrupt. When I speak, all is fulfilled. Today I tell you, with love and divine authority, rise up, for the time of your restoration has begun. Your life is being restored, your spirit renewed, and your destiny reclaimed in my hands. Nothing can stop what I have planned for you. Comment, I am God's beloved, He restores my life completely. Listen, my beloved child, I am the one who has walked with you through every shadow and silence. Nothing that you have lived has been wasted. Every tear, every pause, every unanswered prayer was part of a design that your eyes could not yet perceive. I have never abandoned you, not for a second. You thought some doors closed against you, but I was the one who closed them because behind them were paths that would have destroyed what I am now restoring. You thought you were late, but you are not. You are in the exact moment that I prepared for you before the beginning of time. Even your stillness has purpose, even your pain has seed. I have used everything, the losses, the silence, the delay, to form in you a strength that cannot be shaken. What looked like a burial was in truth a planting. From those buried dreams, new life will arise. I am not finished with you, and what comes next will redeem every sleepless night you endured. Do not think for a moment that I am unaware of your weariness. I have watched your battles, the invisible ones, the ones you fought with no witness but me. You cried thinking heaven was silent, but while you wept on earth, I was commanding movement in the unseen realm. I spoke your name among the hosts of heaven and they listened. Angels were dispatched at the sound of your sighs. Even now, my child, the atmosphere around you is changing. The ground that felt like stone is softening beneath my word. I am the God who raises from the ashes, who turns mourning into testimony. You will not remain in the pit, for I am descending there myself to lift you out. You will rise not because you are strong, but because I am. I am the hand that reaches into the depth of despair and brings you into light. The same power that resurrected life from death now works in you. So breathe, calm your heart, and let go of the fear that still clings to you. My grace is sufficient, my mercy is wide, and my love never runs out. Every battle you faced has been a preparation for what I am about to release. You thought you were losing time, but I was aligning seasons. You thought you were breaking, but I was molding the vessel that would hold my glory. Nothing in your life has been random. Everything that hurt you will soon serve you. I am turning pain into foundation, tears into fuel, silence into revelation. Even your detours were divine redirections. The suffering that once made you question me will become the reason you trust me. For I waste nothing. I am the architect who uses even ruins to build something eternal. You have been under construction in secret, but soon what I built within you will be revealed openly. The story that once made you bow your head will be the very story that makes others lift theirs. I am not only healing you, I am commissioning you. From the dust you shall rise, crowned with purpose, robed in peace, carrying the fragrance of redemption. Now listen closely, for what I speak carries weight in the heavens. I have released Michael, my archangel, to encamp around you. The one who has never lost a battle is standing guard by your side. He carries a sword of fire, not of illusion. He moves at my command and fights under my authority. When darkness tried to surround you, Michael was already there, cutting through the chains that sought to keep you bound. You are not defenseless, you are divinely protected. The enemy sees what you cannot, a blazing field of angels surrounding you even now. The blows that should have destroyed you were intercepted. The attacks that were meant to silence you only stirred heaven to respond. Michael does not come to watch, he comes to act. He is marching through the spiritual landscape of your life, restoring order, breaking curses, dismantling every fortress raised against your name. He does not move in his own might but in mine, and where he stands, no shadow can remain. So fear not, for the heavens are not distant, they are engaged. The time of your rising has come. You will no longer crawl through the dust of disappointment. I am lifting you to walk among those who thought you were finished. I am the God who takes the forgotten and places them among kings. The world may have called you broken, but I call you chosen. What I am doing in you will astonish even you. In one moment, I can turn sorrow into song, captivity into testimony, and ashes into beauty. You will see doors swing open where only walls existed. You will see provision where there was emptiness, reconciliation where there was distance, joy where there was loss. And when it happens, all will know that it was not by your hand but by mine. Because when I restore completely. When I bless, I leave no doubt of my power. You will rise like a tree that has survived the storm, not because it avoided the wind, but because its roots grew deep into faith. What you once called ruin, I now call the foundation of your greatness. So stand still now, my beloved, and watch what I am about to do. Heaven has already decreed your release. The waiting season is ending. You are stepping out from the shadows into a divine unveiling. The pain, the loneliness, the rejection, they are not your identity, they are your testimony in process. You are being shaped into a vessel of my glory, refined like gold through the fire. The angels march before you, preparing the ground for new beginnings. I am breathing upon your dreams again. You will see what I prepared in secret, the restoration of your house, the awakening of your family, the fulfillment of every promise I whispered in your quietest hours. Nothing will remain unfinished. I am not only bringing you out of the pit, I am placing you upon the mountain. I am not only freeing you, I am crowning you. So lift your eyes, my child. The night has passed. The dawn of your new season is breaking, and it is radiant with my presence. You are not forgotten, you are chosen, covered, strengthened, and deeply, eternally loved. Every fall, every moment of loneliness, every whisper of despair was never wasted, because I have been working in the unseen, beneath the surface, where only I can touch. You may have thought the darkness was endless, but it was my hand that guided your roots deeper, where solid ground could be found. I am not a God who rushes restoration, I am a God who builds for eternity. Even when you believed that your life was crumbling, I was preparing the foundation for something far greater than you imagined. I have lifted every stone, removed every obstacle, and endured every storm alongside you so that you may rise not as a fragile survivor, but as a warrior of faith. You are not being brought out of the pit simply to stand on the edge. You are being positioned for dominion, for authority, for a life that reflects my glory. Everything you thought was loss has been transformed into preparation, and the world will witness what only heaven has known until now. Do not confuse your trials with failure, for failure has never touched you. I have been at work in the background, excavating the depths of your spirit, strengthening what appeared weak, and removing what no longer serves you. Every betrayal, every wound, every disappointment has been carefully used to forge resilience, compassion, and wisdom within you. You thought your life had ended, but I was digging deeper, creating firm foundations upon which your destiny would be built. I am not content with lifting you temporarily. I intend to sustain you permanently. To rise without roots is to fall again, but to rise with my presence embedded in your soul is to ascend with unshakable certainty. I am teaching you that your strength does not come from endurance alone, but from surrender, from trusting in my timing, and from knowing that even when silence surrounds you, I am working. You are being refined like gold in fire. The heat only purifies, never destroys. Every false alliance, every draining expectation, every mask you wore to please others has been removed so that your true self may shine. You were never meant to survive as someone else. You were meant to soar as you were created. Look at yourself through my eyes. I do not see the one who stumbled or the one the world labeled weak. I see a warrior, a conqueror, a soul that has endured more than what seemed bearable and yet has not surrendered. I see courage where you thought there was only fear, faith where doubt lingered, and love where betrayal had tried to take root. This is the place of your power. The pit, which the world saw as a prison, I saw as a crucible. While you were in darkness, I was laying a foundation of strength, purpose, and vision beneath your feet. The waiting was intentional, the pain deliberate, for I do not build palaces upon sand. I am giving you not only the power to rise but also the wisdom and the permanence to remain elevated. The world measures success in achievements. I measure it in hearts transformed, spirits strengthened, and faith that endures storms. You are not simply being restored, you are being made eternal in impact. Do you feel the stirring of what is about to unfold? It is the breath of heaven moving upon you, the presence of angels encircling your life, the unseen armies of Michael and the hosts of light standing guard over every step. The battles you could not see have already been won in the spiritual realm. I have issued commands, released authority, and positioned protection around you that no human eye can detect. Your struggle was never solitary, it was witnessed and guided by the heavens. Every blow meant to break you has only drawn angels closer, every shadow meant to intimidate you has been shattered by my light. Michael does not stand idle, he moves at my command, wielding justice, breaking chains, dismantling every stronghold, and creating space for your ascension. And as he marches, so does the kingdom of heaven, preparing not only your path but also the revelation of my glory through you. You are not being lifted alone, you are being positioned for divine manifestation. Now, the moment approaches where the world will recognize not your past failures but my restoration. You will no longer be defined by your falls, your mistakes, or the opinions of others. Instead, you will be known by the power of what I have done in your life, the transformation that no human hand could accomplish. You will shine like a river that has returned to flow after a long drought, and your life will be a source of refreshment, hope, and inspiration to all around you. Those who once ignored you, doubted you, or dismissed your potential will stand in awe and ask how such beauty, strength, and peace have emerged. And your answer will not be your own cleverness, but my divine orchestration. I have excavated deeply, removed every obstacle, purified every part of your spirit, and now I am planting you on solid ground. You are being equipped to stand firm, to endure, to guide, and to lead. You are being positioned not for survival, but for purpose, for influence, and for the legacy I created you to carry. Finally, understand, my child, that all this preparation is for eternity. You are being trained in the school of divine patience, endurance, and wisdom so that your life may serve as a testament to what I can do when a soul trusts in me completely. You were never abandoned, never overlooked, never forgotten. The pit you thought was the end was only the beginning, the darkness was only a womb for light, and the silence was only the prelude to a symphony. You have been shaped to be an instrument of peace, a beacon of hope, a living testimony that what appears impossible is easily within my power. Your restoration is more than personal, it is prophetic. Your rise will inspire, heal, and redirect destinies. From this solid ground I have laid, I will build something eternal. You will not be remembered for the day you fell, but for the day you rose with the courage of the faithful, the strength of the unshakable, and the presence of heaven already embedded in your spirit. My beloved, your moment has arrived, the time of your ascension is now, and you will stand not only restored but gloriously positioned, fully equipped, and radiantly alive in my love. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.